Hey guys, what's up? My name is Kelly Lauren. Thanks so much for clicking on this video and tuning back in. Today I'm going to be talking about how to change your life and change your mind and how I changed my life. This has taken years of research and a lot of figuring out, so I'm just gonna give you what I've learned. Hopefully it helps. So I'm gonna break it into 3 categories. The first one I'm gonna start off with is going to be health and like exercise and working out. And I have a little bit of a different approach on this one. So like, yes, we all know it's good to find your routine and to find something that works for you, of course. It's important to find something that you can stay up with and keep going or whatever. I like to do body weight just because it's like the easiest for me and I get to like see someone. Usually it's a really hot girl with a nice body, so I just get to look at her and get tips from her. But the thing I really wanted to talk about today is, for health and body at least, is what I do to motivate myself to get in the gym. It can be really hard to motivate me to get in the gym because I am a lazy honestly. But I know that if I don't beat my ass, then my life will do it for me. And this is kind of hard to explain and it's kind of deep, so I want you guys to like bear with me as I'm explaining this one. So working for me is a form of self-love, but it is also a punishment. And that sounds weird, but I just feel like I personally need to like fuck myself over a little bit, because if I don't do it to myself, it will be done to me eventually. And it sounds weird, but I have a way to explain this. So I just feel like we need hard things to grow in life. We need adversity to grow, and my spirit knows that. So I feel like I will self-sabotage or put myself in these situations that end up fucking me over a little bit, because my spirit subconsciously is like, you grow the most. Like after a breakup I grow the most, or when I'm in a low spot, that's when shit gets really spicy. So I really think that my crazy subconscious brain will like binge eat or like do a self-sabotaging thing so that I like grow more from it. When I go to the gym, it's my way of like self-sabotaging myself so that I don't do it subconsciously, if that makes sense. Like I put myself through the adversity and I put myself through the hard stuff, and I have 15 minutes on the stairs or something and I feel like I'm gonna die. But since I do that, I don't have to like do it other ways. Like I don't end up like actually wanting to self-sabotage in other ways. Like for some reason people self-sabotage, and for me this looks like binge eating, and it comes out in like a number of different ways. When I'm in a hard place, I feel the most like creative and I feel passionate, and like I have to like get myself out of the situation, so it always like stirs the pot or whatever. So yeah, I feel like myself and a lot of other artists would be like addicted to this like hard place. It's like we have like toxic relationships, or we have shitty like something just like keep us in this like hard place. It's like where our art comes from, or like I don't know why we do it, but I think it's where like the most growth happens. So with working out, I've kind of found this as like a remedy to my self-sabotage, I guess. I will self-sabotage myself in the gym and feel like I'm going to die so that I get that aspect out of the way and I kind of transmute it into something that's positive. It sounds crazy, but it really works for me a little bit. I'll be on the treadmill or whatever going like, I do the stairs. I'll be on the stairs doing like 10 minutes and then I'm like, okay, 12. And then I'm like, okay, like 13. I just beat myself up in a good way, and then I end up getting fucking gains and benefits and rewards out of it. So the cure I have for this is acknowledging the root of my self-sabotage as being the love for my self-growth. So working out builds mental fortitude, and it puts me in scenarios where I have to choose to love myself. Yay! Do workouts that you love and are easy. I like the videos because I can do them everywhere, and they're really hot girls doing them, so that's really awesome. I used to go on like nature walks a lot, got me really connected with nature, but now I just move around so much that there's not like a trail that I can go on, and I don't like running in the city so much. So I do crunches and stuff. Any activity helps, like taking the stairs, choosing to walk around. I personally love like longboarding, skating, because it gets you going places. Sports are super fun. I think we should normalize like adult sports. Like I don't think it should just be like a kid's thing. I don't know, we like give so much energy to kids and like kids having fun, and then when we get to adults it's like, what do we do now? But anyways, yeah, do sports or whatever. Like do whatever you want, just stay active. I longboard, skateboard for like miles and miles, and I'll be doing that till I die. Okay, this next one is dieting and fasting. Yay! Okay, so starting with the fasting. Like, there's a huge fasting trend going on right now, which, don't get me wrong, I do it and I love it. Intermittent fasting is my shit. But I think that that's fixing our trauma of being told we're supposed to eat 3 huge meals a day, which I think is weird. The whole structure of what we're told is totally wrong in my opinion. It's not even an opinion, it's just wrong. But anyways, I prescribe to the medicine of eating when you're hungry and not eating when you're hungry, because I feel like our bodies are our best forms of judgment. For someone to tell you otherwise is crazy. So just like eat when you're hungry and like don't eat when you're not hungry. Fasting is cool. I like intermittent fasting. I don't usually eat like a huge breakfast just because I'm not a big breakfast person, and because I get obsessed with food. If I eat food in the beginning of the day, I'll be like thinking about it for the rest of the day. Fasting is weird because I feel like it is kind of scary for people who have had eating disorders and people who, like, you know, they're looking at fasting and they're seeing just not eating for 3 days and juicing for 3 days. And I think fasting has its benefits. I don't think it's sustainable at all, and I don't think it's what is the most important thing to know about health and wellness and medicine as food as medicine. Food is amazing. I think the first step to healing our problem with food, like, it doesn't make sense to me to want to heal from a food eating disorder and then to portion your food or look at your food like you have to do something a certain way. Like, if you have too much of it, it will kill you. If you have too much of the right food, nothing will happen to you. If you have too much salad and too many carrots, you're going to get full and you're going to not want to eat. If you can binge your food, you're not eating the right food. And it's not so black and white as that, but like, it's kind of that simple. If you're overweight, you're eating the wrong foods and your food is killing you. And I just had a bag of gummy bears, so like, it's hard. And I am a human and I live in a city too. Look, you know, it's hard to eat full plant-based, organic, everything all the time, but the reality is your body will just not hold on to things. Like, when they find fish and they find like plastics in the fish, it's like, dude, when you eat fake food, like, it's doing the same thing to your body. That's super scary, but it's also super amazing that you can just choose to eat live food and they really fucking pump you up. So anyways, if you're fasting, make sure you break a fast with whole food and make sure you are eating whole foods all the time. And fasting on juice is fine, but it's a fake form of weight loss that's gonna give you fake happiness. And then in your mind, you're gonna replace that with health. And dude, that is not health. Health is sustainability over time. Health is a sustainable, not fluctuation, because your mental health, if you're fluctuating with a diet and feeling super shitty about yourself and then feeling super good about yourself, like, your mental health, that's not it, fam. You might be able to diet and fast for a week, but then the binge eating week the next week, you're gonna fucking hate yourself. So what I'm trying to say is, you can't heal your relationship with something by hating it more. Love the food that you eat. And if you don't love the food that you eat, and if you don't like the chicken and rice that you're eating because you only pay attention to macronutrients, and baby girl, now is the time, or baby boy, now is the time for you to get into vitamins and like proteins. Like, so many different plants have such amazing properties, herbal properties, teas, tinctures, everything is so amazing and healing. And your whole life can become this ritual. It feels so good to nourish your body and to know that your body loves you, and everything becomes an act of self-love at that point. You will have to truly heal your relationship with food, because you are going to have it every day for the rest of your life. I would advise educating yourselves on how to feed yourself with exactly what you want. It can be fun, you know, if you're not feeling a type of way, eat foods that'll make you feel a type of way. It can be like a fun like drug, like you feel like you're taking drugs, but it's really just broccoli that's making you feel your best self, you know what I mean? But it can be fun, and it can be something that gives you freedom and autonomy to do what you want and personalize your avatar as you choose what you feed yourself and what you give yourself. Lastly, last thing I have to say is cook. Learn how to cook, because food places don't give a what they are giving you. They want it to taste good so you keep coming back and getting more. Even the vegan places, even the healthy places, will probably put more oil, salt, things than you would put. you're gonna be around for 100 years. You might as well learn how to use vegetables and learn how to cook. And it can be really easy. Like vegetables with sauce and noodles is really good. And like vegetables with rice and quinoa and beans are really good, and like salads are really good. And once you learn how to just chop ingredients and like put things together, it gets super easy. And yeah, so look at food as medicine. See how it can help you and fix your relationship so that you are loving yourself with everything you do. And that really brings me to my last concept, which is self-confidence. So when you love yourself, everything you do becomes an act of self-love. That's pretty much what I was saying with the food. When you eat, it's an act of self-love. Everything is an act of self-love. The first thing I would recommend to on a self-love journey is, for me, what I had to do was rewire my brain to not see self-love as indulgence. And I think that in our day and age, that is something that like people have kind of confused and just assumed that indulgence is self-love. And it is a little bit different, you know? When I am 10 pieces of chocolate deep and I'm about to throw up, I know in that moment that self-love is not indulgence, you know what I mean? So self-love is self-control. I want to love myself enough to be able to control myself, to see the outcome at the end of it that I'm fighting for. The thing I'm pushing for, and it doesn't have the instant gratification maybe, but I love myself enough to push off this instant gratification in order to see my big goal in the future. It might not be overnight, but the shift into self-love will create a world around you where everything you do builds into your highest vision and builds into your perfect joy. You might have had people influence you and tell you that you're not worth it, and they might make you believe that you don't deserve a life that is built around you and catered to your wants and needs and perfect for what fulfills you, but that is waiting for you, and you can definitely build that for yourself. So I just want to encourage you to love yourself enough to find your perfect happiness, because it does exist. It does take hard work and in many different aspects. I'm mostly talking about physical aspects right now, but just know that hard work pays off and you can have the life that you want. I'm just gonna read this. If you can begin to build your self-love momentum, you will fix all your life's problems, because you will see every problem as a step, leading you up the stairway to your personal heaven. A workout is an activity that you can do to bring you to your personal heaven, to give you more grounding in your body and to connect you with this life. If we can reframe the way we see obstacles, then we will never have a moment of going against our will. Every choice will feel good because we are making it with our whole bodies. We should reframe things to see it as an eventual resolution, and what we have to do is just getting us to our perfect resolution of what we want. I don't want to go to the gym. I want a body. So when I go to the gym, I get to become my highest version, and that's fucking epic. And I know it's hard, but like, just reframing it as like, I get to build towards my highest version instead of I don't get to watch Netflix right now. I don't get to watch Netflix right now. I'm a girl that goes to the gym instead of watching Netflix. You know, if you have a problem, then you're gonna be learning something from the solution. So just take everything as it comes with you and roll with the punches and see how everything can actually be working in your benefit, and you'll never feel like you're taking it out. Smile, you're being refined into your perfect clarity and your best cut, and I hope that some of this helped. Sorry if it was weird, I'm tired right now. Let me know if this didn't make sense or if it did make sense, and if you guys like videos when I talk to you like this, or if you don't, but I gotta go. Bye! Also, for the self-love stuff, like, you can sleep in and please take care of yourself, but just know that self-love is also hard work, and that's what I'm trying